One of the things I love doing is coming up with solo guitar arrangements. And I'm working on a solo guitar record right now. And I go as inspiration to just melodies that I love. And they can come from the American Songbook. They can come from other traditions as well. I've worked up a whole bunch of like Hank Williams tunes. On my first record of originals, is my second record as a leader, but as a record called Love Story, and I play a Hoagie Carmichael tune, Lazy Bones, on it. And I was flattered that Julian Lage learned the whole arrangement and could play it back to me after hearing it. It was crazy, because I was trying to come up with something that no guitar player would know what I was doing. So much for that. But in that arrangement, and in my arrangement of Little High Chairman, which is on my third record, a record of Willard Robeson's music, I try to, well, I found that the stuff that's really inspired me has been big band recordings, 1930s and 40s piano players like Teddy Wilson, who have all this inner movement. That kind of thing, where you've got a line going, and you can harmonize it with these inner movements, sometimes moving against one another, sometimes with one another. And I have tons of these things that, the first ones, like in my version of Lazy Bones, I took from, I think it was the Jimmy Dorsey band. And I think it was a Mildred Bailey. Mildred Bailey was singing. And they just had all this stuff that just my ear immediately went to. So, again, don't sleep on those arrangers from the 1920s and 30s. I didn't learn any of this stuff in arranging class. I didn't learn it from teachers. I didn't learn it in school. I didn't learn it from videos online. I learned it by listening to those old records and trying to figure out, like, where is this stuff? The other recordings that are great for learning this type of stuff are Frank Sinatra's Capitol sides, and before, but the Capitol sides, you've got like the greatest arrangers in the world. I've gotten to play some of this stuff in recordings and live performances with orchestras and big bands, and it's just a thrill. You've got the greatest arrangers writing things that don't have a chordal instrument. Sometimes with Frank there's a guitar, but there's never like anyone just comping out the chords. There's just like strings and horns playing lines that create a resultant harmony that is unbelievable and is a masterclass in things that you can steal and put into your guitar playing, because you'll find all kinds of stuff. One of the things that I love to do is take simple melodies, folk melodies, country melodies, and I'm not going to call it reharmonizing them, but just putting in all the sorts of like harmonic movement that after years, decades of playing 20s, 30s, 40s jazz, American Songbook stuff, I naturally just hear. I've corrupted all this beautiful music with excessive harmony. So you want to be, mindful not to do this too much.